All right, welcome back, folks. We're going to do our best here. We've gone through three hot spots. So what you missed was Worsham scoring another touchdown for the Hornets. It's 14-6, correct? Tyler, I can't see the scoreboard.
14-3.
14-3, thank you. Yeah, for 14-3. Hornets just got the ball back. We're in the second quarter. How much time's up there, Tyler?
We got 10-14 left in the second quarter.
Okay. So it's Hornet football.
2nd and 9.
And Bjork, as we've got a stoppage in play here. Bjork looks to the sideline. Now we're ready. So we apologize for the technical issues. Life on the road and early in the season here. Now Bjork, and he'll fake it. Goes up to top to Barham, and Barham on the slant makes the catch. That'll be enough for an Acre Pharmacy first down.
And I hate to say it, unfortunately, missed some really good football there by the Hornets. Missed a touchdown. They got Batesville into a 4th and 30 right before the punt, where they just got the ball back. So some good offense, good defense, and I hate that you missed it.
We're hopeful, fingers crossed, that we're able to rock and roll here. We'll keep working on it. Bjork throwing deep, looking for his man. Timmons down there, and what a catch! The back of the end zone, touchdown, Hornets!
Man, that's a great ball. I thought he underthrew it by just a second, but Simmons went up and took it right off that D-back's shoulder. Really good ball there by Bjork. Really good play, athletic play by Simmons to go up and get it.
So Alan Timmons with the touchdown catch, and I missed how far out that was.
I don't know, 30 yards
30-ish,
or so.
yeah, somewhere in there. But you're right. It was a great throw by Andrew to get that into Timmons, and Timmons a great adjustment to come down with it. And, again, Timmons was a guy last year. He was the main threat in the receiving room, and now he's got some friends out there to help. That kick didn't quite get that one up onto the tee, I don't think. And so Forrest extra points no good, makes it 20-3 here.
9:25 left in the second quarter. 20-3, your Hornets up with 9:25 left in the second quarter.
Okay. I mean, that upload speed's not great, though. Okay. So we're still trying to work through this as we're working about every angle we can potentially figure out right now to ensure we can bring you the second half cleanly. We're going to do our best to get through this quarter, but we're hopeful we can get through this. Thankfully, we have learned that, I guess, Verizon is the better option in this area right now anyway.
You just get to listen live to behind the scenes of live sports broadcasting.
The downside of all this, Tyler, is I can't sit down anymore because I'm afraid to move a wire at this point. But we've moved our entire booth. And so I'm going to get a leg cramp before this is all over with.
And I'm boxed in, so I don't have an option to stand
You're
up.
going nowhere right now. All right, so Forrest is going to be set to kick this one off. As we are doing our best here to rock and roll with this thing.
But you know what the positive is? Maybe we're live now and we're getting to see some really good football.
Yes.
Oh. What are we doing? Got the wrong ball?
Whoops. Was that one? We got a deflate gate issue going on out here?
That's just not where they wanted to place it.
Ah.
And I guess he had already set the ball and then he tried to change it. I don't know.
All right, so Forrest is set to kick. Nelson is one of the return men. It'll go away from Nelson. It'll be number 1, Henderson on the return. Henderson right up the middle and room to run across midfield. Forrest just makes the tackle. What a job by the kicker.
That's a great football play by a kicker. Man, he was gone. He's your last line of defense, and he's able to make a really good tackle. I think they might go back to sky kicking it to some of those upbacks again, though, after that return.
Yeah, Forrest was your last option, no doubt. And, well, the Hornets caught a break again. We've caught a few breaks in this first half. As it looked like Henderson was off to the races on that one.
Give Forrest some really big credit there making the tackle. It was just a low-line drive. Didn't have time for the coverage team to get down there. I imagine they'll go back to the sky kick type stuff. What? Man.
Whoa.
Heavy package.
Yeah, it is. Greg, looked like the guard got an early stop, and they do call it. PI roofing penalty. I thought the guard took out of there pretty quickly before the snap, and he did.
Are they? I tell you what, I was about that. They got 12 on the field.
Do they?
Yeah.
Oh, then that is the substance. Okay.
I was trying to count. They snapped it. I was like, there's no way. They got 2 receivers. They got a tight end. They got an H-back. They got a fullback. They got a running back. There's no way the math added up right there. You can't have that many skill guys in the game at once. So 27 just came on. I didn't know they threw the flag.
Yeah, I saw they threw it really late, but I thought the guard got an early start as well on that play.
All right, back to 11 on 11. That looks a little better, not as crowded.
Greg will get it. He looks to Nelson. Nelson on the stretch play to the left side. Nelson, that big body running across the 40, inside the 35. Going to finally be tripped up by Timmons, but enough, well, going to be right. He's going to be a yard shy of an Acre Pharmacy first down.
Yeah, had the 1st and 15. We're really close to getting that edge to make him cut back. He had a bunch of guys chasing him, just couldn't get that edge small enough for him to be able to make the play from the backside. They had 12 on the field defensively there. Batesville went fast, and we weren't ready for it, trying to run a guy on, run a guy off, and I don't think he got off fast enough. Now a little extracurriculars going on after the play.
And these are the things you don't want to see. Cooler heads here. You lead big. Don't hurt yourself here as we continue through this one. So, again, we apologize to those of you who have jumped back on the stream. So far, everything's working beautifully, Kayla's telling me, so makes me very happy to hear. And Kayla's watching the game on the Wi-Fi that stopped working for us. We have no idea what's happening right now. But now I kind of understand why Coach King said I'd bring a backup option. So
that 12 man's going to give a first down. 9:07 left to go in the second quarter now.
So another Acre Pharmacy first down here for the Pioneers. Again, I'm disappointed that we weren't able to bring you all 3 of our American Pie Pizza touchdowns, but that doesn't mean you can't go to American Pie Pizza and celebrate them. And right now you can still make an order if you go to ampiepizza.com, and Tamsy and the folks will get you all taken care of for the second half.
You can always go to American Pie Pizza.
Nothing else, get you a Pizookie. Now the first man through, Townsley has it, and not Townsley, that's 46. That is Paulette who carries that one up through the middle. He'll get about 3 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 7.
Yeah, Joe Mason there on the play, clogging it up in the middle. Got a couple yards, but he's able to slow him up and get him down.
Reminder to joining us at halftime for our Akel's halftime show, as we'll have some stats from the great Jim Ashley there at the half, as he's in the booth next to us. So we'll have our stats, and then we'll also give you some scores from around the state. Now Greg, he's going to throw. Looks right into double coverage, triple coverage. Oh, boy. Did he catch that? No, it's picked off. That ball's intercepted. No, it hit the ground. And Timmons may be banged up. That was a dangerous play, and Timmons is banged up on the play. I think maybe he came down on the football.
That's right. He might have landed on the ball. He might have just landed flat on his back and knocked the air out of him. Hopefully it was something like that.
Well, what a game as we expected up at Rivercrest. Rivercrest leads Mills right now 20-14 in the first half.
I'll tell you, that fall was a little scary. I think part of it was just you expected something to be hurting right there, and he may have got some air knocked out of him, may have landed on the ball. But he got up fairly quickly, and he's walking off.
Timmons, okay. Yeah, Timmons might have had he was going for a Natural State Sports top 10 on that one, is trying to outdo Bubba Johnson in our bully touchdown from last week that got number 1 on our list. So
yeah, if he catches that one, I think it's an easy number 1. Unless something else crazy happens. That would have been pretty crazy.
Try to get you an update here from Forest City, as Robinson has now taken a 17-8 lead with 4:11 to go in the first half of that one. It was one that not many expected much out of. Thought Robinson would roll through it, but give Forest City credit for keeping it close in the first half.
Batesville's got tackle over here to the left, and they're going to throw it out of it.
They're bringing pressure. Johnson chasing him down. Got a man open, and he dropped it. Got a man open out in the flat. That's Paulette, the fullback. And so it'll bring up a 4th down.
Yeah, had him wide open there. He catches it. He's going to have to get north and get a few yards to get the first down, but he has a chance. But they were. Are we going to go?
They're going to kick it again. They're bringing the kicker out here on 4th down. This is going to be another long one. He hit from 43 earlier. This one looks like they're going to put it down at about the same spot, 42.5-ish. Just outside the 32-yard line, dead center of the field. So we'll see if he can hit another one. That's a false start. Boy, how did they not call it? Kick is on its way. This one's a much better kick than the first one. Bounces off the crossbar and over. And that one is good to make it 20-6. So even though they got away with the false start.
They got away with 2 false starts. I mean, the right tight end or whatever stood up, and then the right wing stepped down. That's 2 false starts on one play they didn't call either.
So 20-6 now. We got some fireworks going on over there, so that's a neat little addition. And we had that. Where was it? We had that at earlier last year. Oh my goodness, where did we go? BB, where I thought they caught the field on fire during the fireworks that they had at BB last year. I don't want to think about that. Every trip to BB last year was an adventure. I remember the Mills game, and we got stuck out there till we ended our game, left Maumelle, went home, dumped our stuff off, and drove to BB and still made it for the second half of that game.
Ooh.
That was a long, long night.
Let's see what kind of kickoff they do here. Set it up for an onside kick. Could kind of do it again. We'll see how he kicks it this time. Yep.
This one gets through as Bubba Johnson's got it. Yeah, Bubba going to be wrapped up, be thrown down at the 41-yard line. And no, he never actually went down. Showing them strong legs again as he kept his feet, but forward progress ended at about the 42-yard line.
Bubba said he doesn't go down.
Townsley on that tackle. So 20-6 is our score here in the second.
8:01 left to go.
It'll be Hornet football. Let's see if we can get another score here before the half. Obviously, plenty of time to do it, and the offense has been clicking here in the first half. Hopefully, we'll get it on camera for you this time. So Bjork's got Worsham with him. Bringing blitz off the corner. Fakes it, throws it out to Barham. Barham makes the catch, gets a good block. And Barham's going to be close to another Acre Pharmacy first down. And he's got it out to the 45-yard line. They're going to mark it at the 46.
Yeah, that's something I think Coach Bertram saw it because we saw Bjork right before he snapped the ball to kind of check with me. And we called that little bubble. Saw that we are getting some pressure off the edge, get it out of there quick, replace that guy that was missing.
And now this offense is looking pretty lethal. As Bjork claps, gets it, the sophomore looking over the middle, wants Barham, overthrew it, tipped, and no, ball hit the ground, going to be incomplete. Batesville trying to sell the interception. That ball definitely hit the ground. I'll give them credit for trying to sell it.
Yeah, that was a high traffic area Bjork tried to fit it into there. Had a lot of Pioneers, had a couple of Hornets. That would have been a tough one to get in, whoever he was trying to get it to.
Yeah, Bjork looked kind of in between where he wanted to go with that ball. In the last second, just kind of tried to pitch it over to Barham and right off the fingertips.
I think if he has another half second there, Barham was going to come open on the other side of that drag, but just tried to get it out. Felt his timer start to go off.
Hilliard nearly came down with it, though. They'll give this one to Worsham. Worsham trying to follow his guard. Now trying to get outside. And he's hemmed up at the 45-yard line. Give him a yard on the play. Going to bring up 3rd down and 9.
I mean, you think Worsham, every time he's touched the ball, he's made 2 or 3 guys miss before he goes down. Unfortunately, this time he only was able to get a yard off of it, but he's still able to make a little bit out of not much.
Yeah, had a little more traffic once he got into the middle there. A couple linemen on the ground kind of impeded his pathway, and so it'll be 3rd down and 9, but long distance 3rd or 4th downs have really not been an issue for the Hornets here in the first half. Bjork gets it. He looks to his right. Now he wants to throw up over the top. Got Barham. Great catch. Barham inside the 35. That'll be enough for an Acre Pharmacy first down as he's down to the 31-yard line.
And Barham is a beautiful hand catcher. He goes up with his hand strong and catches the ball. A really good catch there. Sometimes you see kids, especially in high school, they catch it with their chest. It's a lot harder to catch, especially those high ones. Really strong hands right there by Barham.
Yeah, Bjork some good arm strength on that throw, too. I thought he was going to throw it right through him. So 1st and 10 here. Worsham still the running back. 2 receivers to each side. And Bjork going to draw, quarterback draw. Ran right into his man, though, as he was blocked into him, as that was 67, Drake Lucier, who his man got a little past him.
Yeah, like they were kind of having it set up, but Bjork had to cut it back because the linebacker came pretty free. Didn't really have anywhere to go right there.
So I'm going to say a loss of a yard back to the 32. 2nd down and 11. Bjork surveys. He'll give it away to Worsham. Left side, and good pressure this time by Batesville, but Worsham outruns it. Worsham breaks the tackle inside the 30 across the 25, and Worsham going to be finally brought down at the 23-yard line. And Tyler, that's an impressive run by Jaden Worsham.
Man, I told you, Steve, it's not a Worsham run tonight without him breaking 2 or 3 tackles. First, he just outruns the 2 guys that were in the backfield immediately, and then makes a couple guys miss once he gets past the sticks.
Worsham came out, may have got a little banged up, turned an ankle, it looked like. Or no, I'm sorry, Worsham's still in. Who was that? Hilliard maybe that came off the field. Somebody came off limping. I thought it was a 6. But Worsham's still in there right next to – oh, we got a that's Hilliard late back onto the field. And now I think the Hornets are going to have to call – that's a substitution infraction, right? Yeah. Well, I don't know. They're calling something.
There goes a second. He just threw 2 flags. He threw his second flag too.
So PI roofing penalty here.
They were already in formation, right? But what I was told 2 years ago on the sideline that in high school, it's not a substitution infraction until the ball is snapped. So you could have 13 guys on the field, but if they're off before the ball is snapped, so we're going to call it, I don't know, false start maybe? I don't know.
Because he was running towards the line of scrimmage, I guess?
I guess they could call it that, and then get the sideline warning late. But unless that rule's changed in 2 years, I was told you can't get a substitution infraction in high school until the ball is snapped.
So a 5-yard penalty as now Worsham does come off the field. And they'll probably empty it out. Now Bubba's going to be in the backfield. And now another late addition onto the field. The Hornets look really confused right now.
Brought Newell on late there. But I think they got 11 now.
So now you got Hilliard and Barham to the far side of the field. Bubba Johnson in the backfield actually trips to that side. They're going to throw the screen. It's going to be a double pass. Looking to throw back to Bjork, and Bjork make the catch and is hammered at the 24-yard line. Well, that ball was nearly intercepted as Elijah Newell nearly didn't put enough air into that ball.
Well, there's been about 3 or 4 balls tonight that have been very close to being intercepted.
At first I thought, is that Bubba throwing it? Nope, he's not left-handed. We're not doing that again, but Bertram pulling out another trick play.
How many quarterbacks do we have on this team playing receiver and running back?
So 4th down and 3 as the Batesville crowd's going to get loud. You can hear them. Now Bjork going to go to the right side, got a block. Bjork's got the first down inside the 20, breaks a tackle across the 15, breaks another tackle down to the 12-yard line. And a great carry as he gets to the 11 is Andrew Bjork.
Man, that's just tough running. Really good blocking up front. The blocking got him the first down, and then his running ability and his strength got him the extra 5 or 6. So with 4 minutes and running now, 1st and 10 from the 12-yard line, it looks like. Back in the red zone for your Hornets.
So another Acre Pharmacy first down. Remember, go see our friends over at Acre Family Pharmacy, 1900 Club Manor Drive, Suite 101, or you can visit them online at acrepharmacy.com. So you got Newell and Timmons here to the near side of the field. I believe that's Bubba in the backfield. It is. Bjork gives it to Bubba. Big hole. Johnson across the 5, pushing them legs inside the 4, and he's going to be pulled down at the 3-yard line. And that'll bring up a 2nd down and about 2.
Bubba got held up there, and I was having flashbacks to last week. I thought we were about to get another one.
We may get it here. 2nd down. Bubba Johnson still in the backfield. He'll fake it. Bjork got his man. Timmons dropped it. Oh, Timmons had it in his hands, couldn't hold on to it, and it fall harmlessly to the end zone turf, and it'll be 3rd down and 2.
A really good ball there by Bjork. Quick slant. And Timmons had it in his hand. He about caught it twice there, but just couldn't finish the play.
We'll see if they try to go to Bubba or they go right back to that same slant pattern. It was open for sure.
And you can get a first down here. Wouldn't be surprised to see the run again because it is 3rd and 2. You can get a first down without scoring.
Well, Bjork lost the snap. Got past him on the left side. He's got to chase it down. He slides down at the 20. So now we'll see what the decision is. Coach Moppin is it's going to be 4th down and about 18 yards here. It'll be 4th. They need the 1, so 4th and 19.
And there was some heat behind that snap on that one. That one was a bullet coming from the center there. Tough one to handle.
They're not going to bring a kicker on the field. They're going to go for it here.
I wonder how comfortable they are. You know, every coach knows that number, how comfortable they are to bring the field goal unit on. And it looks like anything outside the 20, they don't feel that, you know, that's a great play statistically for them right now.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much leg Forrest has. The Batesville players are asking for the crowd to get loud, and they are. York's got it, looking upfield, going to throw it up over the top, got his man. Worsham open. Oh, and Worsham couldn't hold on to it as he drops it in the end zone. Batesville's going to hold thanks to a couple of mistakes by the Hornets.
Look, if you're still watching this, okay, that's what you love to see as a coach, as a teammate. You had 3 guys. Worsham, he caught a pretty catchable ball there. You know, he wasn't happy with himself. He had 3 guys run to him immediately to pick him up and tell him next play. That comes from the top. That comes from your leaders as a coaching staff. That comes from your leaders on the team as well, of your players, that they pick their guys up, not going to let them lay down there and beat themselves up. They move on to the next play.
Yeah, that's one of those moments. You're going to go back and look at this drive in film study tomorrow and just have some conversations about that one. A couple guys that maybe got a little too excited in the end zone and just didn't bring it in.
Yeah, 2 guys that are very consistent, right? And they both dropped those touchdowns. They're going to beat themselves up about it. But, again, it's next play. Let the defense come out and make a stand.
And your defense has played well, so they're going to try to keep it going. This time they're going to go to Nelson. Nelson's got some room, but not anymore. Hornets in the backfield. They're going to lose 2 on the play.
32 in the backfield again for the defense. Joe Mason's having a pretty good game. Don't remember calling his name too much last week, but he said he wants to hear his name a couple times this week.
You remember last week, Mason was the one we kept wanting to see at running back. He was the big back listed on the depth chart, and we finally got to see him in the game real late. But you're right. This just goes to the point of what I talked with Coach Maupin about before Game 1, is how deep his defensive line is, and we're seeing it tonight, naming different names than we named last week.
Yeah, it's really been good up front, especially against the run in that interior.
So it'll be 2nd down and 12. Batesville going to pitch it outside to Nelson. Newell is right there waiting for him, and the rest of the Hornets swarm to him back at the 11-yard line. And a great play there, as in the backfield, amongst others, I see Candler, another one of those defensive linemen back there. And a timeout now going to be called by the Hornets after that play. Is going to bring up a 3rd down and forever here. Looks like 3rd and about 19 for Batesville.
Yeah, there's a minute 20 left, so Coach Maupin wants to have a little bit of time left on the clock if they can make a stop here on 3rd down, so the offense can at least get in field goal position, if not punch one in. But, you know, you said it, swarm. Okay, that's a good defense. A good defense swarms to the ball. First guy there slows him down, backs him up a little bit, and you got 3-4 guys coming to help clean it up on him.
You know, one thing, Tyler, do you have this conversation now, though? Let's wrap up. That's a couple of times we've had them in the backfield. They've been able to bounce off guys. And I don't know how many people watched that Robinson PA game last week, but that was one of the biggest issues for Robinson last week is they just didn't wrap up. They tried to hit people, tried to be extra physical and just knock you to the ground instead of wrapping you up and taking you to the ground.
Yeah, a coaching point is you got to get away from those shoulder tackles, right? You got to wrap them up. You got to drive for 5. Keep those feet moving. Use your arms, shoulder and arms, and then drive the guy to the ground. Don't stop your feet until that guy's on the ground.
Going to take a chance and sit down here.
That wire moved a little bit.
Yeah, don't say that. Thankfully, our internet is, unless I'm blocking the signal, it's all on Kayla's.
It can't get through you.
So I'm going to lean around here. Minute 20. Right, yeah. I changed everything. So a minute 20 left in the first half. I couldn't make it another minute 20. You see how out of shape this 40-year-old is?
And you wonder what Batesville's going to try and do here. Are they going to risk the incomplete pass and not have to use a timeout or what?
You know, one thing, they've had some guys be able to get behind our defense. So let's see how they play this one. That was a false start. Ball gets away from him into the end zone. Got to try to chase it down. The Hornet's going to try to fall on it. And the ball's still loose. I think we may have got it.
Touchdown?
Let's see what the call is. Hornets going to come out of there with a touchdown. A touchdown for the Hornets as they fall on it in the end zone. And who got it? Is that Larry? It's Larry who came out of there with it.
And Larry was probably the 6th guy to touch the ball at that point. He's just the first guy to grab it.
You know, so Tyler, we talked in the through the first quarter about all the breaks that the Hornets got. The Hornets got another one right there because I think that play should have been called dead. Look how the wide receiver took off early. And then the ball was snapped and got past the quarterback. I think everything was mixed up for Batesville on that one.
Yeah, and it was another tough snap from a center, just zoomed right past the quarterback. But, we dropped those 2 touchdowns, and we talk about next play. That's why you move on to the next play. You never know what's going to happen, even after you make those mistakes.
So Forrest on, I believe. Are we going to try the extra point? No, we're not going to try the extra point. I'm not sure if an injury after that one earlier, but we're going to go for 2. We'll give it to Worsham. Worsham up the middle, runs into a man. Now they're going to try to push him across. Let's see what the call is. I think he's short.
I don't think he did.
Our linemen are trying to lobby for it, but no. Extra point is no good. So that'll make the score 26-6 with 1:12 left here in the first half.
Yeah, it looks like they tried to even it up, get that one they missed earlier, but in reality, right, the extra point there is just fine because Batesville's got 6, so with those 2 field goals, so essentially they're already 1 behind if they had a touchdown, so you still would have had a 21-point game if you just kicked the extra point there.
Yeah, it makes me wonder if there's not – because, we didn't try the field goal from the 20. It would have just been, roughly a 36, 37-yarder. And then don't try the extra point. And the last time we saw the kicker on the field, I thought we just had maybe a bad snap or some miscommunication in the hold, but something happened, and we didn't go back to our kicker.
Yes, we'll see what the kick looks like here.
So it'll be Henderson and Nelson back to return. And let's see if Forrest is the one to kick it. It is Forrest who's going to come out and kick it. So let's see how this looks. He's walking fine, so maybe you're right, Tyler. I think maybe it was just a decision to try to even up the scoreboard.
See if we go back to the sky kick on this one, or they try and kick it deep again, even though we had a close call last time.
So it looks like at the half, kickoff is deep. That's Thompson trying to get around the corner, Henderson, and he does. Henderson across midfield out to the 45 in great field position here for the Pioneers on that big kickoff return by Jaden Henderson.
They kick it deep again, and Henderson makes a play. Wouldn't be surprised they get in at halftime. They talk about that as a staff, and they go back to those little sky kicks because they were given good field position. They were about the 35 on those sky kicks, but the risk of a guy breaking one's not near as high when you kick those upbacks as opposed to the returners.
So a minute 4 left in the half. Batesville looking to try to score here. It'll be Hornets will get the ball to start the second half. So Batesville probably wanting to score here. 1 timeout left. They'll get the snap. They're going to hand it to Nelson. Nelson right up the middle running physically. He is met by another swarm of Hornets, but he is driving them feet inside the 40 to the 39. They'll blow the whistle. Boy, Nelson's a strong young man.
Big, strong athlete there. Good by the defense. Somebody holding them up. The rest of them getting in there. And I saw a couple guys ripping at the ball. You get an opportunity like that, you want to try and get your hands in there, get the ball out. But good job by Nelson there to hold on to it. 2 arms. Some security with the ball.
We'll see if Batesville tries to put it in the air. They're back in the I formation. They've beat us a couple of times, just haven't completed it. Greg gets it. Now they will try to go deep. They've got him. Throws it up into coverage. Triple coverage, and that's going to be intercepted easily. I think that's Frost with it. Frost going the other way across the 30. 35, looking to try to get some help. That's Nelson who's going to throw him down at the 38-yard line. Another turnover takeaway for the Hornets. And we'll have the ball again here with about 14.2 seconds left in the first half.
And that was just thrown up. That was a prayer thrown up into triple coverage. Not too often do those end up good for an offense. 14 seconds. What are we just going to try and chunk a couple deep?
Yeah, I got to believe, I don't know. Maupin's an aggressive guy here. I think he'll probably take a couple shots down the field and see if they can at least get in range to maybe throw one into the end zone at the end of the half.
They do still have 2 timeouts because of that bad snap by Batesville down where we scored a touchdown on the fumble. They saved a timeout, still got 2, so they probably got 3 plays in them right here if they're efficient with it.
You got Timmons, Hilliard, and Newell to the far side of the field. Frost right here on the near side. Worsham's your running back. Bjork's got it. They're going to throw it. Bjork looking, throwing deep. He's got a man open. That's Timmons. Timmons runs under it. 20-yard line, out of bounds there as he bobbled it and brought it in a huge play for Bjork to Timmons. And, he had me worried again.
And 4.4 seconds left. So 4 seconds, enough time to run one more play, get somebody in the end zone. Much more manageable now from the 20. Bjork can reach the end zone for sure from where we're at now.
Man, I'd go right back to that same route. It was, I mean, they're going to switch sides here. They're going to have Timmons here on the wide side of the field, which is the near side this time. Worsham will come off the field as he'll be replaced. I believe that it is Bubba Johnson who's going to come in at running back. But I would try another look at that same exact route as Timmons was easily able to beat his man and get open.
Yeah, schematically it was really good. Got the safety to turn his shoulders and turn his back to Timmons and had no help over the top at that point.
So same formation except trips are to the near side this time. Bjork's got it. Bjork, he's going to look to Frost. Frost got away with a little push-off. And no, that was the home clock.
Clock operator, 100%. There was a second left when that ball hit the ground. There was no doubt a second left.
Yeah, that throw was a little short, but that'll do it for our first half of play. We're going to take a quick break here, and we'll be back with our Ankles halftime show in just a few minutes.
Labor Day sale at Ankles Flooring and Cabinets.
Take advantage of store-wide savings.
Carpet,
Tile.
cabinets, and more.
Up to 50% off. Sales tax paid.
See store for details. At Ankles Flooring and Cabinets, we make it beautiful
For less.
for less.
For less.